You could turn in your Bibles to
Somebody once told me, hey now, what a concept. Somebody once told me, I said yeah. Go for the most.
Welcome to Somebody Once Told Me, the podcast where we explore the voice of Christ and his church in the book of Psalms. And we're on Psalm 4. We've done verse 1 and 2. Let's read verse 3 and 4, and maybe we'll do both of them, but we'll definitely do verse 3 in this one. Go on, Az.
Yeah. Okay, so verse 3. But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Selah.
Nice. Yeah, so it's the two verses between the two Selahs, right, that we've just read. Verse 3 and 4. Know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. Right, so Christ is praying. And this is his words, right? Saying, know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. So I've got so my first question is, yes, is that Jesus praying to the Father saying, know this? Secondly, who are the godly?
Okay, firstly, I think he's still addressing the ungodly men around him.
That makes sense. Yes, because he's just said, how long, O men, will you turn my glory into shame? So he's still sort of looking with an eye to them.
And he gives them a little break, a little selah.
Have a think about that. Hang on, I've got something else to say to you now.
A couple of secs. And then he's like,
actually,
but know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. Obviously, that's jesting there. Selah is probably a musical break, interlude.
Let the stringed instruments do their thing for a bit.
Thing, but also meditate on that. But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when not they call, I call. So we're told who the godly is in the same verse, because it's like the Lord hears when I call. He's talking about himself.
So you're saying, like, could it be, know that the Lord has set apart the godly one?
The godly one, yeah.
Yeah, for himself.
Yeah, the blessed one.
Yeah.
The anointed one. The one whose glory is being turned into shame.
Yeah, actually, we're like, yeah, Jesus, we actually just read Psalm 1 and 2. We already know that there's this one who's set apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the previous verse, like, is my glory being turned into shame?
Oh, yeah. So, it's the glory of this individual.
The godly one, yeah.
The one who the Father's always heard. And
yeah. So he's addressing them. He's like, look, snap out of it. Stop opposing me, and kiss the Son.
Yes,
come to me.
There is this. I am set apart.
Yeah,
for you. You come and take refuge in me. That's the Psalm 2 verse 12 thing, isn't it? Kiss the Son. I am set apart. He's set his King. Yeah, hasn't he? Apart on his holy mountain. Yeah. So, what the Pharisees and any self-righteous person or people seeking delusions, they need to know, right? He's like, there's just one. Yeah. Godly, set apart. Mm-hmm. One who has the ear of the Father.
Yeah. The one that hears him. Yeah. The Father hears him, the godly one. The blessed man, the anointed King. I think that's helpful for us. Like,
go on.
Because when we face opposition, we can also use Jesus' words here and in our own prayers and be like, Lord, why do they keep doing this? Why do they keep doing it? And may they know that the Lord, that you, Lord, have set apart the Lord Jesus for them. Yeah. Yeah. And it's through him, because it's through him you can hear our prayers, and it's through him they can be saved. We can pray, extracting from this psalm the words of Jesus for unbelievers.
Yes.
Perhaps we don't face the opposition. We've talked about this before. We don't face the harsh opposition that Jesus did, but we might do.
Any opposition we do face,
Yeah.
well, we can take this up, can't we?
Yeah, Lord, why?
The other thing is, like he says, the Lord hears me when I call to him. And then we know right now Jesus' ministry is he lives to intercede for us.
Yeah.
So it's just a wonderful thing, isn't it? That really the only way your prayers can reach God the Father, like what right do we have to pray to God the Father? Through Jesus we can.
Yeah.
And he always hears the prayers that Jesus delivers.
Yeah.
He lives to intercede for his church.
He's the mediator.
Yeah, he's the mediator. And so he is sort of saying that you need to know, like, it's my way or there's no way. I'm set apart for you.
Yeah. That's so cool, isn't it?
It's cool, yeah.
It's really cool. The Lord hears my prayers.
Yes.
Without me, your prayers are not heard.
Yeah.
That's pretty mental.
Yeah, that's what they need to hear.
Yeah. Because, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they would pray to God.
Publicly, yeah.
Loud prayers, long prayers.
Wow.
Lousy prayers. Because they're not praying in and through.
Just bouncing off the ceiling. Just
the Lord
not going
Jesus.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, they need to know that. Okay, let's move on to verse 4. So I've got, this is always an interesting one. The NIV goes, in your anger, do not sin. ESV goes,
Be angry.
Be angry. Oh, and do not sin. But I always find that a bit funny. But when you are on your bed, search your hearts and be silent. Now, right, can I just say, so I'm off the back of what we just said then, is it like, when you go to bed at night and you're just there with your thoughts and, because it is often at that point in the darkness of just you in your bedroom that when you search your heart, oh man, I am a scumbag sinner. I'm not actually I haven't got it all together. Is it a bit of that? What do you think he's saying there?
Well, it's off the back of what he's been addressing, isn't it? To these men, his enemies. He's like, be angry and do not sin. I think, so there's a guy from the past, Theodore of Mopsuesta.
Oh, Theodore of Mopsuesta. My bro.
He's got something really helpful. He says, it could be said more like this. Are you angry? Sin not.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, Theodore. Yeah. Nice one.
So they are angry against the Lord and his anointed. They rage against him.
Sure, yeah.
Why
do the nations rage? Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
And we come back to Psalm 1 and 2 so much, aren't we?
I think they're the gateway to the Psalms.
But he's addressing them. He's like, why are you turning my glory into shame? Why are you pursuing lies? Why are you opposing me? Why are you angry? Don't sin.
Okay. Why are you angry? Don't sin. It could be something like that.
Ponder in your heart, in your beds, and be silent.
So yeah, because that's the opposite. It's like, stop being so loud and angry and brash.
Don't sin.
Yeah.
Humble yourself.
Go to bed. Just be by yourself for a bit and be quiet. Yeah. Yeah, go to your room.
Is a call for humility.
Yes. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
It's a call for humility.
So, and that's Jesus' call to all of us, isn't it? Is stop sinning.
Yeah.
You angry? Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to bed.
Take yourself away. Search your heart for a moment. But there's a sense that actually that will give you some perspective there.
Yeah.
Because the thing about our hearts are they are deep waters. Our hearts are deceitful above all things. So as soon as you search your heart for a moment, you're like, oh, actually, who am I to point the finger and rage against others? He's like, no, have a look inside. Point the finger inside.
Yeah.
Stop pointing at other people. Look at yourself for a minute. Yeah, and that is a humbling experience. And we don't want to do that. No one wants to do that. Yeah. So, okay, how do we... Right, verse 3 and 4, we want to pray it. What do we do?
But this is how Jesus is addressing within his prayers to the Father, he's addressing unbelievers who are opposing him. And so we can pray for people to be humbled, isn't it?
Yeah,
for
definitely.
people on their beds to...
Would it be that when I go to bed tonight, you show them they need salvation? Yeah.
And it's in the night. I think the night where there's everything, all of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Things come into perspective at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
It's the time of contemplation.
That's good. Yes, it's the time of contemplation. Yeah.
And it's in the dark. You're the most vulnerable at night.
Yeah.
And I do think, I need to be careful here. Spiritual things happen at night. Not that the spiritual things don't happen in the day, but
it's a different landscape, though, isn't it? It's, Job talks about the Lord giving songs in the night, which is one aspect. Like these songs in the night, but also
the whole dream thing. Yeah, with Joseph and Daniel. It's
at night times, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
also things seem worse at night a lot of the time. That's another thing. I don't think that's what's saying here, but it is like when you just withdraw, go to your bedroom
when you're alone.
Yeah, when you're alone with
when
your thoughts.
When it's dark and you're the most vulnerable you can be, and it's quiet. There's no other noise.
Yeah.
Humble yourself. Have a think. Why are you projecting the Christ?
Yeah. Offer right sacrifices and trust in the Lord is the next verse.
Yeah.
So it is like, and now do this, isn't it?
Do this.
Yeah.
So we've covered that. I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
What is the right sacrifice?
There's only one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Ultimately, Christ crucified. That's why Paul preaches Christ crucified. It is like, this is the one.
And is the sacrifice of praise then?
Yeah.
Start praising him, not slandering.
Yeah.
So Jesus is saying to his enemies, like, have a think, stop sinning, humble yourself, offer right praise, right sacrifices. I'm here. I've come. Like, I'm the one I've been waiting for, the Messiah. Stop raging against me and come, kiss the Son. Offer right sacrifices.
This does make sense as a song a lot, doesn't it? You can hear, I don't know, like, because as a prayer, it's a funny one because it's going in all sorts of directions here. But with the song, you get the horizontal and the vertical, and because it is for the director of music, you get that sense that this is a rebuking one. This is a tough one to sing. Cool. Okay. I think that'll do for now. We'll head to the next verses in the next episode.
Great.